In Jeremiah 18, God speaks a word to Jeremiah. He says, "Go down to the potter's house, and there I will give you my message." So I went down to the potter's house, and I saw him working at the wheel. But the pot he was shaping from the clay was marred in his hands. So the potter formed it into another pot, shaping it as seemed best to him. So Jeremiah watches this potter at work. He is working at a wheel that has a formless mass of clay on it. He turns the wheel and with skilled fingers shapes the clay. A little pressure here and a little more there, and a vessel begins to rise out of that shapeless lump. Do you realize how significant pottery is? The invention of pottery set off a revolution. Before pottery, there were only wandering tribes that were following herds of animals, going from one food supply to another, forced here and there by drought or famine. There was no time to develop anything, no leisure to reflect on anything. It was a hand-to-mouth existence, a day-to-day survival. But the invention of pottery made it possible to store and carry. Think about it. Then it was possible to stay in a place for a while because grain could be stored for next winter's meal and water carried. The cooking could be done and merchandise transported. The invention of pottery signaled a revolution we call in civilization the Neolithic Age. Imagine how life would change today if we didn't have containers to store anything. No pots and pans, no bowls and dishes, no buckets and jugs, no cans or barrels, no cardboard boxes or brown paper bags, no grain silos, and no oil storage tanks. Life would be reduced to what we could manage in a single day with what we could hold in our hands at one time. Pottery made it possible for communities to develop. Life was extended beyond the immediate, beyond the urgent. The practical impact of the invention of pottery is immense. It literally changed the world. But there's also something else that is very important about pottery. No one has ever been able to make a clay pot that is just a clay pot. Every pot is also an art form. Pottery is always changing its shape as potters find new proportions, different ways to shape the pots in pleasing combinations of curves. There is no pottery that, besides being useful, does not also show us the evidence of beauty. Pottery is artistically shaped and designed. It's painted and it's glazed and it's fired. It is one of the most functional items in life. It is also one of the most beautiful. No one in Jeremiah's day would have ever put a piece of pottery on the mantle just to look at, using it to give a touch of elegance to a bare shelf. But neither, and this is just as significant, did anyone use a piece of pottery just because it was useful. Always there was the evidence of an artist's hand. Everywhere it was useful and beautiful. As we consider this metaphor by Jeremiah today, God's word speaks to you and me that He is the potter. We are the clay, and He's created us to be beautiful. Our identity, loved by God, found in Him, invites you and me to recognize that not only have we been called to be a pottery that is beautiful, but we've also been called to be pottery that is useful. He can shape us in every season of life.